Hey everyone, this is Stefan and my mystery snail at Lush and Salty Aquariums. Look at this beautiful creature as he, she, or it navigates this glass. Unfortunately, I just cleaned this tank, so I'm not sure how much algae the mystery snail will be able to get, but there's just something exotic and serene about this creature. I love that color on his shell. Now, mystery snails will crawl right out of the water. Like nearite snails, I can occasionally find them on the floor. And not that they fell, they literally crawled down there or on the desktop. And then if you just put them back, they're fine. They can tolerate being out of the water for, I don't know, a period of time for sure. You're looking at my nano cube, which is doing really well. Long ago, I stopped feeding it CO2, which is why the Monte Carlo is kind of shabby, but I conceded the Monte Carlo for the other plants, which are doing magnificent. Look at that Anubias petite cluster in the center. And then we have, I think this is some kind of, not a Java fern, maybe a sword plant. It needs a trim, but it's kind of tough to do because I'd have to really dig in there and basically, I'm sure I would cause a fair amount of damage, but it does need to get done. So you see the driftwood coming up has some Christmas moss, which always does well. When there's shade, it does even better. So when some of the plants from here, like that Bacopa, I think it is, when some of those flop over and protect it from this light, it gets even better. But I don't really like that much overgrowth. It just blocks all the light from everywhere else, and I can't see these lovely endlers. I have 3 males in here and then a group of ruby tetras. I love endlers. They're just more elegant than guppies in my view. A little bit rarer, a little bit more, a little smaller. I use them as dither fish to try to coax these ruby tetras in the back to be more frolicsome in the tank. It worked and it didn't work, but now I have these 3 lovely endlers that are always front and center, eat everything, just a happy little fraternity. There's a beautiful ruby tetra there, kind of a rarer, underrated tetra species. It's not as big as the Serpes, not nearly as aggressive. Maybe I could even stand for these to be more aggressive, but they're timid, but lovely little jewels and perfect for a small tank. If I had less plant and wood in here, I'm sure they would feature more prominently, but this is Lush and Salty Aquariums, and the Lush stands for plants. The mystery snail, during all my babbling, has made it across the tank. I'm going to go up and down, look down from up. I'm going to move this light a little bit. I'm running a little Azu hang on back filter. There's a nano heater. You see a couple plants that have risen from the water, and that will continue to grow until I just snip them where I can plant the cuttings again if I so desire, and move the light back in place. There is obviously a whole bunch of cherry shrimp in here. I've talked about that before. Whenever I want to colonize my other tanks or provide somebody a group of cherry shrimp, I tend to get them in here. I just put a little glass tube with some food in it. They crawl in within 10 minutes. I have a dozen. There's a video where I did just that to show you exactly how I do it, to transfer the cherry shrimps that I now have in this tank. And really, a whole bunch of other tanks as well. Well, that's it, everybody. Have a great day, night, whatever the case may be, and always keep your hands in the tank. Ciao for now.